I quit the gang life for my wife, but she lied to my face for over a decade. So I spent years taking everything from her. In a small town where crime was an integral part of life, I, Jake, used to be a part of a ruthless gang. But when I met her, Lucy, everything changed. That encounter altered everything, but the truth about her shattered it all. I started my journey in the gang life at a very young age. It was a life of violence, drugs, and loss. But when I met Lucy, everything changed. She was a part of a world I never thought I could have, a world of love and hope. I decided to leave behind the life of the gang to start anew with Lucy. I poured all my time and effort into her, hoping this new life would be true happiness. But behind the peaceful facade was a secret that I couldn't have imagined. A secret that Lucy had kept from me for nearly a decade.
Jake, do you have a moment? I need to talk to you.
Lucy said, her voice tense. Of course, honey. What's up? I asked, feeling the tension in her voice. Lucy sat down across from me, her eyes becoming more closed off than ever.
Jake, I need to tell you something.
Lucy told me about her dark past, a past I never knew existed. She used to be a part of another gang, one even more ruthless and dangerous than anything I'd been involved in. But what was truly shocking was that she never left that life, even keeping it a secret from me for a decade.
Jake, I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me.
Lucy said, her eyes filled with tears. I didn't say anything, feeling a wave of anger engulfing my mind. The sense of betrayal was overwhelming, and I couldn't contain it. The betrayal from Lucy left me unable to accept. Every day, I felt like I was drowning in the tragedy of a life that seemed unbelievable. I felt like Lucy had deceived me, and I couldn't let that go. So, I decided to take back everything. I began plotting to take back justice from Lucy in a way she could never have expected. In the following years, I did everything to reverse Lucy's life. I dragged her into dangerous situations, causing her to lose all honor and trust from those around her. I built a complex network of betrayal, making her feel lonely and abandoned. But ultimately, when what I did achieved its purpose, I realized that revenge never brings happiness. I had become a different person, a stranger to myself. In a sunny day, when I stood in front of the mirror, looking at myself, I saw the image of a stranger, someone who had lost all the values of life. And in that moment, I realized that forgiveness was the only path to happiness. I decided to stop, to give up on revenge, and to change myself. I reached out to Lucy, and in a sincere conversation, I forgave her. Not because she deserved it, but because I wanted to free myself from the feelings of bitterness and hatred. Lucy smiled softly, accepting my forgiveness with surprise.
Thank you, Jake. I'm sorry for everything.
And from then on, our lives were no longer a war. We started over together, building a future full of hope, based on understanding and forgiveness. Despite everything that happened, I still loved Lucy, and we promised never to lie to each other again. Our marriage became stronger than ever as we learned a valuable lesson about honesty and trust.